This girl is on fire. This girl is.
Hello, what's here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Tomb Raider. In the previous episode, we start off our path of revenge in Natla's mines. And in today's video, we're going to continue onwards. Yay, revenge! So, starting off this video, let's talk about the character that we encountered at the end of the previous episode. That guy, simply named the Cowboy. We don't really get to know that much about his backstory or anything like that. Like, there's nothing archived about what his story is or anything like that. I don't think any of the main characters, aside from Laura and Natla, have like really deep backgrounds in this early in the series. And the interesting thing is that the other henchmen we'll see a little bit later, they do have interesting backstories that were written for their reappearance in 2 Anniversary. But here's the thing. The Cowboy himself doesn't actually appear in Anniversary because his role gets replaced by Larson. So Larson is the one that you fight in Natla's mines and stuff like that. So, yeah, the Cowboy kind of has a bit of reputation for being one of the more forgettable characters in the classic Tomb Raider games. And it's really unfortunate too because, like, he's a cowboy. Cowboys are awesome. So, you'd think that he'd be one of the more memorable characters and that they'd want to have an excuse to bring him back in the future games, but no. He just kind of shows up and then he dies. So, that's a bit on the unfortunate side. But something kind of amusing is that there's a bit of a couple inconsistencies with this character for the few appearances he has appeared in. So, he uses the magnums during his boss fight. But his in-game model always depicts him as using revolvers, like a traditional cowboy weapon thing. This is also the same case for all of his artwork and stuff. So, it's very interesting because he has the different kind of weapons, but he still uses the magnums in-game. So it makes me wonder if revolvers are supposed to be a weapon you'd be able to use in this game. I don't think there's anything in the game's code that suggests that that's the case, but it is still pretty interesting to think about. So, going over this way, there's something pretty amusing about this next place. This over here is going to be our next secret. And, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, mentally prepare yourself to go, 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 activate the thing, and go, go. You hear the boulder in the background. I can't hear around recording this video. Whew! Okay. So I have a bit of a fun story about this area. This is my second take doing this episode, and I'll play the clip in a moment, but this had been like the first time in a long time that I'd seen this secret and done it myself and things like that. I didn't get this during the practice run, so yeah, seeing everything out here for the first time again was certainly an interesting time. But the important thing right now is that we have the secret. We have the secret and it's shiny, and we get the lunchbox. Oh yeah. We get the lunchbox, and we get the pixie sticks. Don't lie, they look kind of yummy. Even though they're supposed to be like weapons and things like that, they look like candy bars. They kind of look like candy bars. So heading over this way, now we can pick up the things that we would have seen in the hallway. Most notably, the fact that we can get the shotgun early. My entire life, I thought this was only obtainable at the end of the level. But no, this is the only weapon, I believe this is the only weapon you can get a little bit earlier than the other ones in this level. So, the thing with that is that every time that I would do that I pick up the reward, I'd just immediately go back down here and then go through here and like kind of jump my way through this boulder. I never thought to go through that tunnel. Thought to go through that tunnel, and so it was like kind of like a whole world of mystery and discovery and things like that, figuring it out, how to get out of here and things like that. So on screen right now, I'm gonna bear in mind this clip is a little long, but it has to be shared. There's also like those lava spouts that appear. I don't think those can instantly kill you, but they will make you catch fire. And being caught on fire, probably not a very good pastime. You probably don't want to do it too often. Okay. Ah! Okay. Okay. Here's the thing that's amusing. We had to do stuff before the boulder came. I think we may have messed up. Okay. So, my notes, and by my notes I mean Stella's Tomb Raider website, show that there's like an alternate path you could take to get this reward. I think we screwed ourselves out of the thing, but I think we may still be able to salvage this. Okay, yes, it worked. It worked. It worked. It worked. Okay, I didn't know if that was gonna work. Okay. We can salvage this. Okay, what you're supposed to do is move the block further that way before the boulder comes to crush you. Ah, that was such a nerve-wracking secret. That was such a nerve-wracking secret. But with that out of the way, okay, yeah, we can do that now. I think this is what counts as a secret. I think this is what counts as a secret. I'm just double-checking my notes. Okay, I'm curious. How far does this area go? Wait, what was it? Wait, what? Wait, what? We're not supposed to get this yet. That's not until later in the level. Did we just... Uh-huh. We're not supposed to get the shotgun until later in this level. But they put that there as a trap because there's no way you're supposed to be able to get there before the boulder comes. We just sequence broke the game. We did it. Yay. But yeah, that was certainly an interesting set of events that occurred in the failed recording. But now we can cherish it forever. Let's continue on over here. We want to be careful because you may notice this cavern, it's kind of filled with magma. Magma is usually not recommended skin ointment, so you probably don't want to touch it. Because even though Lara Croft is pretty hot, there's such a thing as too much hotness. Like, if Lara being hot touches magma that's also hot, it's going to cancel out the hotness and will just leave her dead and stuff like that. So, that's how hotness math works. I didn't think there'd be a trap there. I didn't think there'd be a trap there, and I was moving my hands when I was talking because that's a habit that I've always had. So my hand wasn't on the jump button. Okay. Okay, Gator. Both hands on the controller. I know it's difficult for you to talk without moving your hands, but oh my god, I'm actually struggling. It sounds like this makes me thankful I don't have a face cam on these radios. Alright then. I'm trying to remember where we want to go. I remember where we want to go. I remember what we want to do with our life, and it's gonna suck! Block pushing mechanics in Tomb Raider. Isn't this the bestest thing in the whole wide world? You know what? We need to be more positive about moving the blocks. We need to be a bit more positive about this, because even if it is an inconvenience, like, it's not that bad, all things considered. So, you know what, Box? You know what, Box? You know what? I love you, man. I love you, Box. You are my best friend forever. I love you too, Gator. Box, we can't be together. I'm sorry, but I'm just not looking for a relationship, Box. But Gator, I love you. Box, please, now. Now, I just want to be friends. But Gator. What am I doing? That's one of the stupidest things I've done in a long time. That's saying something. Let's do that over there. And eventually we'll be able to conquer our destiny. Alright, Box. We've had a fun time, but I gotta go now. Gator, come back! Save crystal there. And oh no. There's a thing over here that's going to make our life a pain. Oh no, a gentle upward slope. Ugh. Why? Just why would the game designers do such a horrible thing? Jump over there, because if you don't, you are probably going to fall into the lava. Remember the thing that I said earlier about audio cues being a big thing with traps going forward? And now it's gonna suck because I can't hear the game audio while playing the stupid game? Yeah, isn't that fun? Alright, let's continue onwards. I think we are approaching our destination pretty soon. So that'll be a fun time, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be a pleasant experience? Ew, we caused an explosion. Okay, so I can't find this video again, but one funny thing that I remember seeing a long time ago was this one guy who made a video explaining how the Xbox Kinect worked, and one of the gags in the video was something along the lines of, like, after like a very deep scientific explanation for how the Kinect worked with like the two cameras and things like that, after that he looks at the camera and he's like, you know, that was a lot of technical mumbo jumbo. We probably need something a bit more exciting. Explosion! I can't find this video again, I don't know who made it, but I remember it being really funny, and I remember wanting to do something like it for the gaming gallery at some point, but I've never found a good opportunity to use that joke. But anyway, none of those TNT barrels blew up, but this one did. Oh no. Oh no. No! Box! No, I'm sorry, I love you! No, Box! A moment of silence in memory of the box. Okay, that's enough. Well, let's continue onwards, because now we're entering this area. Didn't I warn you earlier not to use Uzis yet, because there's something else later in the game that was more important to use them on? That's what you get for wasting my ammo. Aha! Yes, skip it, fool. Except for the fact that these guys don't actually use up your ammo or anything like that. But we got the best weapon back! Yay! Alright, well, I'm pretty happy about that. So, now we have all our weapons back. A little bit sooner than I thought we would, admittedly. But yeah, so before we go too much further, there's another sticker in this area, and I don't remember exactly where it is. I'm looking over my notes while I'm talking about this. But something else noteworthy is that guy, he actually does have an official name. His name is Jerome Johnson, I believe his name is. That's the name that they gave him during 2-year anniversary. In this game, he's referred to as the Skater Boy in the game's files and things like that. So that's something that's worth mentioning and stuff. I always thought his character was kind of stupid. I'm sorry, but I always thought his character was really lame. How... Okay, I admit, when I was a kid, I didn't understand that he was supposed to be like a gangster or anything like that. But I always thought it was really dumb to be fighting with weapons on a skateboard. Because, like, being on a skateboard requires, you know, concentration and balance and effort and things like that. And I'm sure they're trying to make him look cool and stuff like that, but he just screams 90s kid. And I'm sorry, but he's just lame. He's probably my least favorite character in the entire game. And It kind of bums me out that the cowboy was the one who got left out, but he was the one who returned to Junior Anniversary. Is what I would be saying if it weren't for the fact that I actually do like how they changed his character in Junior Anniversary, but we'll get into that in a moment as soon as I can figure out where the stupid secret is. Okie dokie, there seems to be a ledge over here. Allegedly. Did you get the joke? Did you get my humor? Did you get it? Did you like the joke? I made it myself. It was humorous. Okay, no, it wasn't that funny. So let's go down here because there's a pool over here. And the water here has got to be boiling hot considering, you know, it's close to magma. So the water here probably isn't very comfortable to swim in. Probably not at a very reasonable temperature. Well, it might be. I don't know. It might actually be pretty comfy swimming in water that's, you know, close to magma and things like that. If I was smart and felt like it, I probably could do the math and figure out what the temperature of the water would be, but I don't feel like it because that requires effort. Alright, being completely honest, I didn't get this reward on my practice playthrough. So I'm wanting to make sure that we got it. We got everything okay? I think that's everything. Okay. Alright. I think we're fine. I didn't want to miss anything. I was just being thorough, wasting everybody's time, but thoroughly doing it. Yay. So, now that we got all that out of the way, let's talk about the character again. So, I doubt this is the same backstory in this game as it is in Anniversary, but in 2 Anniversary, Skater Guy and the third henchman, he's referred to as Bald Guy. I'm not joking, he's actually referred to as Bald Guy. Although, his name, well, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but, this part's gonna suck. Okay, no, we're fine. We're all good. Stupid boulder! Stupid boulder! You killed my father and now you've come back for me! Ah, that one! I remembered this too late. But remember that story that I said earlier about the fact that I refused to play the rest of the game with audio because that one guy freaked me out? Well, guess what? That was an audio cue trap. And it freaked me out too. That one scared me and traumatized me for life. But we'll be fine. We'll be fine and dandy and stuff. Never mind. That's the secret trick that I wanted to show off. Okay. Remember to be careful here because there's another boulder that is minding its own business. Okay. What I was trying to say earlier was the backstory for Skater Guy and things like that. So, in 2 Anniversary, he gets the nickname The Kid. And his actual name was Jerome Johnson and things like that. So, in Anniversary, the backstory is that he was the leader of a crime gang in Los Angeles. And one day, he and his gang were trying to steal Natla's car. But then the other guy, he's called Bald Guy in this game, but he's known as Cold in Anniversary. Yeah, he does a murder on the rest of the gang, but then Natla tells him not to kill the kid because she wants a connection to the Los Angeles crime underworld and things like that. So the two have a grudge against each other for the rest of their life, and that's kind of the reason why they end up doing a murder on each other at the end of Anniversary. Spoiler alert! So, yeah. Kind of dark, but it's interesting that they bothered to give them backstories and Anniversary, which I do appreciate because there are a lot of cool ideas in these original games that they don't really have a whole lot of deep stories with or anything like that. So it is definitely appreciated that they went through the extra mile to give him a backstory when they returned in the future game. So as we continue over here, this place definitely seems a little different from what we've seen before. It's not quite the same as we've seen from like Egypt or anything like that. So this is quite the interesting discovery found indeed. I believe we found all the secrets by now, so I don't feel too worried. Well, okay, I am too worried now, but no, we're fine. We can just move it the other way. I was a little worried that we're moving the block the wrong way, but no, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. Be happy. Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Those are two completely different songs. Alright then. Which direction do we want to take our life? I remember listening to this area being a little bit convoluted, but I think we'll be fine. I think what we want to do, we're going to head back over here. Then we'll jump up this way. Ah, I see where we're going with this. We're banging on all cylinders now. So with that other block out of the way, we can move this one forward. Let's wait on that one for a moment, because I think something is going to be coming up pretty soon that it's not going to be very pleasant at all. Yeah, we want to save that for a little bit later. So let's head back over here. I believe this is the path that we want to take. It might be. It might be. Keyword might, as in that's the direction that I think we want to take things, but I might be inaccurate with that assumption. Okay, so that door is opened. Now we can go over here and head down this way and describe everything that we're doing on screen, because that's what I do when I can't remember exactly off the top of my head what we're supposed to be doing. But I think we're going the right way. You know, let's sound a little bit more confident. I know we're going the right way. Because we can activate this switch. And this right here always bothered me, because it doesn't entirely make it obvious that this isn't what you're supposed to do. Because I always kept thinking that you're supposed to figure out a way to go through this room without activating that door. Because when you go back over here, the door opens up again. But no matter what you do, when you get closer to it, it just keeps closing. But it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just something that's supposed to like trick you and stuff. Because now we can head over here, go the wrong direction, because I'm an idiot. I'm sorry if my commentary in this place hasn't been super great. I always get turned around here and I always get worried that I'm missing something, but all things considered, that was a pretty flawless run of that room. So, yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. It wasn't too bad at all. I was pretty happy with myself.
Say cheese!
I remember using that clip during Anniversary, because there's one moment when I wanted to discuss just how different they made these characters. Because in Anniversary, this guy's a sociopath. Like, not exaggerating, he is a legit sociopath. He is probably one of the more disturbing characters, at least until the reboot trilogy. So, yeah, he was honestly kind of intimidating in Anniversary, but in this game he's kind of a dork. Because you appear and he's like, say cheese and things like that. Like, I don't know, I just always thought that was pretty funny. But what's also pretty funny is the fact that we can fight this guy with a shotgun. I never knew this was possible. I never knew this was possible, but let's do it. Let's do it. Yay! We did it! And he's also the only guy who talks when he dies. So, is all that taken care of? 2 shotguns! No, we just... That doesn't even give us more ammo. That didn't even give us more ammo. Why not? Why not? That was lame. Well. So with all the henchmen defeated and all of our weapons collected again, now we can move onwards. Our primary objective is to go inside the pyramid, but there seems to be a locking mechanism preventing us from gaining access. You may be wondering, what can we possibly do about that? Well, do I have an answer for you? We gotta figure out a way to climb up this area. So let's continue onwards. And I just love this area because we've seen like little bits and pieces of what we're supposed to be located at and things like that. We don't exactly know where we are yet. We don't exactly know where we are. But the architecture that we saw from the building right there, that plus the fact that this pyramid looks like nothing we've seen before, we're definitely in a place, we're definitely in a different kind of location. I always remember seeing a speedrun of this game that was just like, jumped through that entire area just so flawlessly. I've always wanted to be able to do that, but I've never been able to figure it out because I always seem to stumble at some point trying to climb up through that area, but it eventually works out in the end. And with all that taken care of, we activated the switch, and now a cliff, my mortal nemesis. Activating the switch, opens the door, and we get a lunchbox. Can you imagine this being somebody's house and having to climb up that pyramid every single day to activate the switch to go back inside? Like, that would just be the worst kind of housing arrangement imaginable. Because, like, yeah, imagine if you come home from a long day of work or school or whatever you're doing with your life, and you come home and you're like, man, I really don't want to have to climb the pyramid again to activate the switch to my door. I'll just sleep on the bench outside. It'll be fine. But now that we have the pyramid key, which I don't want to pre-save for a moment, because this thing looks so cool. But this is the only time we ever get to use this thing. This thing just looks so cool. And it's impressive seeing like a transparent object in a PlayStation game. Now taking care of all that, we're in the video off here. So thank you all so much for watching this video for Tomb Raider. This is a longer level than I thought it was going to be. I was going to try and see if I could finish the game in this recording session. I might need to take a break for a bit. But thank you all so much for watching this video. And next time, dedicated to you. Oh yeah.